Imagine a man with superhuman strength, capable of facing all-powerful gods, legendary monsters, and the worst curses ever conceived by human imagination. Think of a legendary figure whose extraordinary and impressive feats are so magnificent and 2,500 years in collective human memory in an unshakable and transcendental way. Welcome to the world of Hercules, known by ancient Greeks as Heracles, the most famous hero internationally, most glorified in art and literature, and paradoxically most tormented and miserable of all classical Greek mythology in its totality and profound complexity. Hercules is not simply a forgotten name or a fictional character distant in primitive time. He is the living personification of brute strength conjugated with deep spiritual inner struggle, of glory mixed with incessant and traumatic suffering, of immortality conquered through nearly impossible trials to overcome humanly. His name resonates through millennia in memorable epic stories, blockbuster Hollywood films, majestic Renaissance artworks, and in the vibrant imagination of billions of people across the planet simultaneously. But who really was Hercules beyond the fantastic legend we know? How did a weak, mortal demigod become completely immortal and deified by the gods? What is the deep and disturbing truth behind the famous 12 impossible labors that defined an entire life? This investigative video reveals the obscure secrets of the Greco-Roman hero, unveiling the profound layers of his fascinating myth, from his problematic and adulterous conception to his final transcendental divine apotheosis. Prepare yourself to discover that Hercules was much more than legendary muscles and superficially exaggerated bravery. His story is one of redemption, suffering, and transcendence across the centuries. Hercules was born from an extraordinary, disturbing, and morally questionable circumstance that would profoundly shape his tormented, conflicted, and deeply suffering entire existence throughout his life. His father was none other than Zeus, the supreme king of the celestial gods of the Greek Olympus, notoriously known for his frequent, numerous love affairs with unprotected mortal women and powerful celestial goddesses. His biological mother was Alcmena, a rare, extraordinary intelligence and remarkable physical beauty, officially married to the Theban general Amphitryon through legitimate matrimony. Zeus, in his irrepressible eternal veracity and insatiable sexual desire, cleverly pretended to be Amphitryon to seduce Alcmena dishonestly and deceptively, thus conceiving the fateful demigod who would change everything forever in mythological history. Alcmena subsequently gave birth to twins on the same magical night of conception: Heracles, the semi-divine son of Zeus, and Iphicles, legitimate biological son of Amphitryon through natural conception. From his literal birth into the world, Heracles was indelibly marked by the primordial, visceral, and implacable wrath of Hera, the queen of the gods and legitimate wife of Zeus, eternally betrayed by his infidelity. The ancient mythical history reveals that Hera, completely dominated by ardent, voracious, and unforgettable jealousy, committed extreme, violent, and brutal acts of retaliation against the innocent and defenseless newly born baby boy. According to ancient accounts meticulously compiled by classical Greek historians, she sent two monstrous, mortal, venomous, and terrifying serpents to the cradle where the newly born twins slept, still biologically vulnerable and fragile. While Iphicles ran terrified, crying desperately through the house, screaming, the small Heracles, upon reaching acute awareness of the imminent and mortal threat approaching, grasped the monstrous snakes with his tiny infant hands, still biologically fragile, and strangled them brutally without any mercy shown. This extraordinary event immediately signaled to all present that the boy possessed absolute superhuman strength and a cosmic destiny marked by impending apocalyptic violence. The episode also established the recurrent and cyclical pattern that would relentlessly pursue Hercules, being constantly targeted by persecution from the vindictive, obsessive, and implacable machinations of Hera, the goddess who could never forgive him for being living proof of divine infidelity. The name Heracles literally means glory of Hera in classical ancient Greek, an ironically given name to the illegitimate son who would be perpetually persecuted, tormented, and punished by the goddess eternally. His immediate tutors and experienced masters quickly recognized that the boy possessed not only extraordinary superhuman physical strength, but also sharp, strategic, and impressive logical intelligence that promised great deeds. He received complete educational training in harmonic classical music, complex Stoic philosophy, advanced martial arts, and competent political kingdom administration. The centaur Chiron personally trained him in sophisticated warrior arts during years of dedicated teaching. But no rigorous formal education could adequately prepare Heracles for what Hera meticulously planned over the coming years ahead. The tragic, devastating, and terrifying climax arrived when Hera, in supreme and implacable final vengeance against the demigod, drove Heracles temporarily insane in a complete, irrational, and absolutely uncontrollable violent manner by sheer divine will. The description by ancient chroniclers is devastating, disturbing, and emotionally anguishing. The actions of a universally beloved hero instantly transformed into murderer of his own innocent and defenseless family members. The subsequent psychological, moral, and spiritual guilt was almost lethal and practically fatal in its devastating emotional intensity beyond measure. Hercules considered suicide as the only possible form of redemption available. But destiny had other divine and cosmic plans in store for the hero. The Oracle of Delphi, consulted by the desperate, suicidal, and mentally deranged Hercules, pronounced a prophetic sentence that would dramatically and forever change history. Hercules should voluntarily submit himself to his cousin Eurystheus, king of Tiryns, and complete whatever impossible, superhuman, and nearly insurmountable task might be arbitrarily imposed by royal decree. Through this divine slavery, voluntary humiliation, and extreme penance, guilt could be purified through dedicated suffering, and immortality finally conquered legally by the Olympian gods themselves. Thus began the 12 impossible, terrifying, and unprecedented labors of Heracles that would define his eternity forever and make him legendary. The first labor required that Heracles capture alive the Nemean Lion, a legendary monstrous creature with absolutely impenetrable skin and supernatural power that terrorized the entire surrounding region and consumed valuable livestock indiscriminately. Heracles discovered through bitter experience that no conventional mortal weapon, sword, spear, or arrow could pierce or damage the magical skin of the monster. In creative response to the apparent impossibility, he strangled the monumental creature with his own extraordinary muscular hands and used its sharp claws as a lethal weapon in subsequent labors. The second labor demanded capturing alive the Lernaean Hydra, an aquatic serpent with multiple venomous heads that regenerated 2 new aggressive heads each time one was mortally cut off. Heracles faced this extraordinary strategic challenge using direct fire and burning to seal the necks after each decapitation, thereby preventing infinite, uninterrupted regeneration cycles. The creature was so venomous and toxic that its blood remained lethal even after complete death, gravely poisoning the hero with its venom. The subsequent labors involved capturing the Erymanthian Boar in freezing mountainous caves, obtaining the golden Girdle of Hippolyta, the warrior queen of the Amazons, capturing the sacred golden Hind, obtaining the man-eating Stymphalian Birds, cleaning the stables of Augeas in a single impossible day, capturing the white bull of Crete, obtaining the man-eating mares of Diomedes, who voraciously devoured human flesh,
obtaining the golden apples of the Garden of the Hesperides, protected by Ladon, the immortal dragon with 100 heads. And finally, capturing Cerberus, the three-headed guardian dog of the underworld.
Each labor represented not only impossible physical challenge, but also spiritual proof of perseverance, applied strategic intelligence, and unwavering determination in the face of apparently insurmountable adversities. Many of the labors involved epic voyages that expanded ancient Greeks' geographical knowledge of distant lands. Together, the 12 labors transformed Heracles from merely a powerful hero into a universal champion of perfectly combined intelligence and bravery. The mythology of Hercules fascinated not only ancient Greeks, but also modern scholars, attempting to understand the potential historical core behind legendary and fantastic exaggerations of ancient times. Fragmentary archaeological evidence suggests that Heracles may have been based on an actual Mycenaean military chief, or semi-legendary historical hero whose feats were amplified through successive generations of epic retelling and storytelling. Some theories speculate that the 12 labors symbolically represent the 12 zodiac signs, or the 12 universal labors that any civilizing hero must perform to establish order from primordial chaos. Each labor can represent the conquest of a different aspect of wild nature, domestication of dangerous feral creatures, cleansing of corrupted places, obtaining knowledge forbidden by supreme gods. The superhuman strength of Hercules may have originated in dramatically exaggerated tales of a man with exceptionally developed muscular structure, or perhaps someone with a rare genetic condition that promoted extraordinary muscle growth. In antiquity, such biological anomalies would be rapidly interpreted as direct evidence of divine ancestry by naive observers. After completing the labors, Heracles continued a life filled with epic adventures, legendary voyages across dangerous seas, and memorable romances with fascinating divine and mortal women. He participated in the Argonauts Expedition, traveled seeking the mystical Golden Fleece with hero Jason, faced colossal giants, rescued heroes in extreme distress, and continued expanding his legend indefinitely through coming centuries. Heracles also experienced deep and significant love multiple times. After Megara's death, he married again to Deianira, a woman of great beauty who loved him intensely with genuine and devoted passion. But jealousy and tragic misunderstandings led to devastating final consequences that changed everything. Deianira, mistakenly believing that Heracles had abandoned her for another woman, gave him an enchanted garment that was actually soaked in venomous blood of the Lernaean Hydra. The poison caused indescribable and slow agony that no divine cure could remedy or adequately heal forever. Realizing that death was imminent and unbearable, Heracles built a funeral pyre and voluntarily immolated himself in sacrifice. But here, divine deity intervenes. While his mortal body burned completely in the flames, his semi-divine essence ascended directly to celestial Olympus, where he finally conquered complete and permanent immortality eternally. Zeus recognized him as worthy of absolute deification, and Heracles was installed among the gods of Olympus as a deity revered eternally by all humans and immortals alike. The myth of Heracles completely transcended classical antiquity to profoundly and permanently influence modern contemporary Western culture forever. His stories were retold in expanded Roman versions, adapted into complex medieval Christian literature, reinvented in majestic Renaissance theater, reimagined in contemporary blockbuster Hollywood films, and continue capturing imaginations in advanced video games and popular television series worldwide. The symbol of Heracles represents the universal human aspiration to transcend artificial limitations, overcome apparent impossibilities, and achieve greatness through unwavering perseverance.
His strength is not merely brute physical force, but also genuine deep spiritual and intellectual power. The 12 labors function as a powerful metaphor for the labors each human being faces on their life journey. Overcoming daily adversities, redeeming oneself from past guilt, and achieving genuine spiritual transformation through dedication and effort. Heracles is not merely an ancient mythological character buried in forgotten texts from the distant past. He is a living archetype that continues evolving in each contemporary cultural reinterpretation across generations. From extraordinary child to unfortunate hero, from enslaved by curses to conqueror of divinity, the epic journey of Heracles is a narrative of redemption, transformation, and ultimate triumph over apparently insurmountable adversity. His legacy reminds us that true strength resides in unwavering perseverance against apparent impossibilities, in intelligence applied to problems without obvious solution, and in unbreakable courage when everything seems hopelessly lost. Heracles remains eternal because he represents who we would like to be and what we can achieve when we truly dedicate ourselves to overcoming our perceived limitations and transcending beyond them.